Hello guys, it's A320N Madrid, Sam. Welcome back to another flight sim stream. Yeah, I hope everything's okay with the audio. Yeah, I'm not actually using my new mic because it requires USB-C, and I didn't know that, so I'll be getting one of them tomorrow. Just a USB-C to USB. I haven't even tested it because I can't, so I'm using my original Rode. Yeah, it's the Rode XTM 100 apparently, just in case anyone's interested. So yeah, that's my new mic, which I'm not using because as I said, I haven't got the cable for it. So yeah, I'm in a game with 413. Fan sounds different as well because I bought a new fan, because the other one was basically driving me nuts. It literally sounded like a lawnmower. So this one sounds, I don't know, it sounds a bit quieter, but it's better. Just a better fan. It's the exact same design. But yeah, if anyone wants to know what fan I use Comlife as my air conditioning. Oh, it's ridiculous. Right, okay, so what liver are we doing? We're doing IBERIA because we promised IBERIA. And someone has suggested Milan. Is my audio a bit quieter? Let's just check. It shouldn't be quieter because I haven't done anything. Yeah, okay, so what we're doing, IBERIA, sorry. IBERIA, there we go. That's the one. A320neo. And basically we're flying Madrid to Tenerife south. So that's I think that's a 2-hour flight, so that's going to probably take us into, I don't know, 11 o'clock, something stupid like that. Oh, hang on, that's not it's Barajas, isn't it? We'll start up from okay, so all the regional stuff's kind of here, isn't it? Is it? Yeah, it looks like an A320. So I'll go here, gate 358, set departure, and I'll be flying the A321neo of Iberia Express. Okay, 2 hours and 21 minutes. Josh O'Malley says. Okay, and yeah, I'll read your comment in a minute. So we could have gone to Funchal. That's not Funchal, is it? Yeah, it is. It's Funchal. Yeah, it's Funchal. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. No, yeah. Okay, and we'll be landing on 07. I always forget this one. And yeah, should we not make it an evening flight? Can we change that 413, or can we change it in the game? I think we could probably change it in the game. Should we select high altitude airways? There we go. Let's go. Evening, Sam. Apologise for the lack of activity from these last few weeks. Struggled a little bit. Hopefully we'll be better now. Be able to watch again. Alright. Thanks, Josh. We're alright with mods at the moment. We got a new mod yesterday. Magic Mike, apparently his name is. And yeah, I'm not playing this on PC. I've just got the stupid. Yeah, I'm moving away from. Who am I moving away from? What are they called? Razer. I'm moving away from Razer. I'm going to go back to Logitech. Just because their gear's better. Going to be totally honest with you. But I've got a Razer wireless mouse, which is alright. It falls to pieces. I'm going to be totally honest. And the way, obviously because it's Bluetooth, it requires batteries. And the way they've designed it with opening the batteries and getting the batteries out, it's absolutely horrific. It is probably the worst design I think I've ever... We're landing at Tenerife South. Yeah, it's probably the worst design I think I've ever experienced in my entire life. So yeah, that's a company I'll be moving away from, Razer. I think some of the stuff's okay, but I think the whole Synapse thing with moving away from Mac was a bad move. So yeah, stick all these on. Forgotten everything. Yeah, thanks for the support yesterday on the stream, guys, if anyone's watching. I did actually do some things you probably wouldn't have known. I was talking about it in Survival Land. I did a few things to get the views up yesterday, not just the good stream. I basically did a few things with keywords and YouTube search optimization just to get it where it was. So if I keep doing that each week, I'll build up a better reputation for people who like the A380. Yeah, I've geared it towards the A380, let's just say. So yeah, Madeira is very not fun. Madeira, so that's Funchal. Makes me want to rip another part of my body out. Okay. Yeah. You didn't choose to have appendicitis, did you, mate? It just happened. Could happen to any of us. Turn the ignition mode on. Yeah, I think we're all good. I always forget to turn the seatbelt signs on. Where are the seatbelt signs on the A320? I keep flying the A310. I'm okay at flying the A310. Yeah, the fan should sound a lot quieter. The other one was just distracting for videos. It was like... But you do that, fans. They end up sounding pretty crap towards the end of our life. I had that one for a while as well. I had it since summer 2021. So it just kept going. Yeah, it was a dream. Sure it was. Got to experience it sometime. Alright, Chris pushback. We're going to the left, I think. Come on. So yeah, tomorrow night, unfortunately I won't be able to use it, will I? Because is there a stream tomorrow night? I think there is. Yeah, I'm using my new Rode mic, my Rode X, so I'm looking forward to it. Unfortunately, the Unify software, whatever, isn't available on Mac, as always. But it's still available. It can still work with Mac, but it's USB-C. I haven't got a USB-C on my computer, so I'm going to have to convert it from USB-C to USB. And we're just going to have to see how it goes. I mean, I'm not going to send it back because I'm getting a new thingy soon, a MacBook, 2022 MacBook, which, yeah, is expensive, but I want to fund that because... yeah, I feel like it would benefit. Sometimes you got to do that though. You got to radio off. What? In business, you got to. Oh shit! What's going on? Oh no! Turn that on immediately. Yeah, the game's broken still. What do you mean my radio's off? Speak to ATC. Radio off. What does that even mean? Okay, so is it just going to keep pushing me back? I think I'm going to have to restart. Yeah, the game's still screwed. That ain't good enough. Yeah, I'm sorry about this, guys. Microsoft Flight Simulator, unfortunately, was built for monkeys, so I'm going to have to restart. Oh, what a bloody bastard. What a pain in the appendicitis. What a pain in the appendix, Josh. Oh my gosh. I do not believe it. It happens all the time. It does, it happens all the time, apparently. Yeah, not really funny. Alright, just get this aircraft up into the air. I don't want to spend any more time on this game than I have to.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 is cleared to Reina Sofia Airport as filed.
Yeah.
Takeoff runway tree 6 left.
Yeah, the radio just jams and you can't do anything about it. It's a bug apparently. I fixed a bug in the last one. It was actually really painful. Yeah, I've heard about it. I'm the hypochondriac of the world, and I know almost everything about what happens and where it starts and everything. Because I'm shit scared of ever anything to do with healthcare. So yeah. Yeah, it is painful, isn't it? I've heard. Again, I've read up about it. My gran was telling me about it, not because she's had it, just because she used to work in nursing and stuff like that. So, yeah. Yeah, it's bad stuff. Yeah, I mean, it happens, doesn't it? These things happen. I mean, the human body is very remarkable, and I think it's even more remarkable that not more doesn't go wrong, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. Can you flip the tables out? You can't flip the tables out in the Airbus. Anyway, let's stop talking about appendicitis and things blowing up. It's not very funny. As much as I find it funny. Oh, I'm a sick human. Right, okay, I'm going to go back to the controller. If it knows what it's doing. Right, okay. Yeah, we're at Barajas. Pushback. Now I'm going to stay on this, okay? I'm going to steer to the left. Yeah.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20.
I'm going to push straight as well. Come on, man. Push me. Yeah, this is what we're flying today. Yeah, Madrid doesn't look like this. I've been. I can assure you it doesn't look like anything like this. So yeah, it should be a good flight. 2-hour flight. I think the audio's okay. Just tell me if it sounds a bit quiet. Yeah, I used my new mic yesterday at the airport as well. With me wind muffler. Sounds great. Sounds a little bit quiet on some of the planes, but I can tweak it. I've got like this huge wind muffler, which literally looks like a rodent, and it's great. God, it looks brilliant. But okay, where's my controller then? Okay, there we go. Okay, it's just stopped me there. Cool. I'm gonna set the autopilot up as well, so bear with us. Select altitude. No. Keep turning that. Why have you got to select it that way? That way. Speed. That's really irritating. Can you not turn it round? No, you can't do that. It would be cool if you could do that. And I think that's alright. Set the pressure as well. Where do I set the pressure in this bloody thing? Here it is. And I think we're good. Press the button behind the Alt button and select 1000. Then it will go up to 1000. This one, the one underneath it. Behind it. Okay, behind it. And select 1000 and it will go up to 1000. It should just go up to 1000 anyway when we select the autopilot. Trim, yeah. Start engine 2. Our engines haven't even started because we haven't got APU bleed on, that's why. Oh, that's not APU bleed. APU bleed. There we go. APU bleed's on. Oh yeah, you're very much welcome, Josh. I only did it because I know you stream all the time. It's just like I get it. I get it. What it's like when nobody donates and you try and. Well, you're obviously working harder than me because you stream almost nearly every day. So yeah, it is. I do think it is a bit sick that people don't donate more on YouTube, and it's very easy just to sit in a chair and watch somebody do it and criticise. But yeah, I know what it's like, thankfully, and I do. I think more people should donate, but we live in a world of tight arses, an economy where everything's going up in price, and people use that as an excuse to not support one another. So yeah, that's the issue. So I just thought, oh, I'll give him £5. So why not? Right, okay, yeah, we're just starting up the Airbus. My favourite thing to do, starting up an Airbus. I absolutely hate it. Sam, we should do a flight someday. What, a real life flight or a flight in simulator? Speed brakes. I mean, do you travel much? Oh, sorry, Blue Sky. I thought Josh's message saying we should do a flight sometime was coming from you. Oh, what an idiot. Sorry, my phone's blocking off the chat. That's the issue. Yeah, we should do, Josh. Yeah, we should. Sorry. Yeah, it's Josh, isn't it? Getting everyone's message screwed up. Okay, so I'm going to move away from the mouse and basically go to the controller now. I've got to line the mouse up with the controller, otherwise it's going to... I'm going to almost have 2 pointers, and then we start having issues. Yeah, that's all good. Don't know why that's gone bloody blank. That's a bit worrying, isn't it? Why has that gone blank? We need our autopilot. Right, turn that off. Turn that off. Yeah, have I fiddled around with these? I think I've fiddled around with this. Call me appendix. Yeah, I've fiddled around with that. Call me appendix boy if you want. Yeah. Yeah, it's not even funny, is it? Alright, okay. Okay, that's quite bright, isn't it? Turn that down a bit. It's 413. Where's 413? Been working on the airport all day. I now have 04 left. Originally 04 done and 08 is done. Oh, cool. Where's Big Tom? Oh, there he is. He's still at the end of the runway waiting for me. Okay, I think everything's checked. Yeah, I think everything's good. Engines both at 19%. I think we're gonna have to reverse thrust out a little bit, just a bit. Okay. Pull them back. Can't really hear the sound. That's the issue. Why is the sound so quiet? There we go. We're going back. So we're doing a manual pushback. Which I think is funner. Manual Sam, they should call me. There we go. And we'll just take it from here. Come on. A 4-hour flight? No, Dad hasn't even read the comments. Sorry, the title. I'll be flying till midnight. No, it's a 2-hour flight. Just 2 hours. And I'll have a bath after that. So yeah, 4 and 3, you can take off if you want. Okay, so all the lights on. Yeah, I've turned off all these lights up here because I'm a muppet. Panel floodlights, no, that's not the one. Bloody Madrid. This is the way we went. When me and Dad went with IBERIA or British Airways or whatever. Yeah, guys, if you want to fly in a 777, you can now. Or by spring, London Heathrow to Frankfurt on British Airways is 777-200. Haven't you got your taxi lights on? Yeah, we've got our taxi lights on. But none of these lights are showing up for some strange reason. Is it because they're turned off? Yeah, it's because they're turned off. I am a muppet. Everyone's disengaged, that's why it's not lit up. You bloody baby could figure that one out. Right, let's not rush it. I am in a rush this evening because I've already screwed up the plane. Good old Madrid. I'm taking off now. Funfrey's taking off. Great. I always have this on as well, this little terrain hood thing. Yeah. All looking good. There he goes. For some reason he's flying an A330. I don't know how that is. See, even the A330 model looks rubbish. We've done all the back bit right. And this is how lazy Microsoft are and the company that made this. Seriously, they got the A300 right, the A310 nose. So why can't we just apply the A310 nose to the original A330 mold that we've got right? Because the nose is like a carrot. Seriously, if you play the game, if you look at the A330 model in the game, it looks like an A330, but everything but the nose. But we've already got like a A300 kind of family nose. Because the A330, A300, A340 and A330 and 30 Neo all have the same nose shape. So they've done the hard bit, but they just chose to be lazy and give it a carrot's nose. See, a carrot's nose. A nose like a carrot. So yeah, it's just lazy because they've already modelled almost an A330 nose with the A310. So it's just laziness. It's appalling actually. And talking about appalling, oh my god, I want to tell you about my day at the RVP yesterday. Yeah, it was alright, but after the stream, some things kicked off, as they always do. Right, okay, this is the runway, didn't realise. Did say it. Right, okay, before I take off, I'm just going to put my lights on and everything. Take off lights. And clear for takeoff as well.
Sierra X-ray tree 20
altimeter 30.27 wind 022 at 4. Cleared for
Everything's good.
takeoff runway 36 left.
Still got audio, guys? Is everything good? Or
Europa
been
5038, turn next taxiway.
nothing new there then, no. Going over top of you. Oh, wow. Are you? Oh, yeah, there he is. Oh, 413. Wow, look at that. Bye, 413. Hi, Quam. How are you? Anyone calls me Quam, I'm not answering that. Quam. I've been called ham, jam, lamb,
Europa 503,
but not Quam.
ground on 123.
Okay, enough of 413. Let's take off. Think we're ready? Are we ready? Everything's set.
Decimal 48, Europa 5038.
Here we go. Yeah, I'm sorry about your train cancellations. CM, I know they're awful. I mean, it's like Flybe. Do I have any sympathy?
The generic on final.
Not really, because I'm hard. Like, yeah, the staff. But when you employ crap staff,
Two right.
what's to be expected? I mean, with a business model, and you know, Flybe did a lot of
Right, number 3.
stuff for business travellers. You know, people who go to London, Newquay, all those places. And yeah, literally they just cancel. How is that a good reputation for a company? Exactly. Just embarrassing, I find it. I think this is the runway me and Dad took off on with Iberia. Yeah, I think it is.
20, contact Madrid Center on 118.275. Good day.
The train manager was going to charge people $250 for not giving up seats. Christ. You can't do that, it's just aggressive. I mean, I think Avanti will go bust. I always thought too he would go bust because of their awful reputation, but no, little snakes are still alive somehow. Yeah, very odd. I'll turn on the autopilot in a minute. Did I turn on the takeoff lights? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Okay. Still flying away.
Madrid Center Europa 7319er.
I thought I said Vodka Pro then. I was like, who's the Vodka Pro?
Europa 731.
So we are quite... No, I'm talking about the delays. Because it's really put me off booking with them. And same with Flybe. I was very close to booking Flybe to Belfast, and people were saying, no, it's just disaster waiting to happen. And yeah, it's true, isn't it? It's like, yeah, that actually stopped. See, that's how powerful cancellations impact a company. If you're cancelling things, people won't want to know.
Madrid Center IBERIA Express 3725 is passing 11,000 feet, descending 6,000 feet.
Oh, there's Madrid.
IBERIA Express 3725 Madrid Center altimeter 30.27.
There's the airport.
Continue to ask
I'm going to turn on the autopilot. I bet it screws up. Autopilot on.
IBERIA Express
Whee!
3725. Contact Madrid. Approach on 131.175. Good day.
Should go. Should keep going up now. Should catch up with 413. Whatever his name is.
131.175 IBERIA Express 3.
Gonna have to reset this system. There we go. Right, we're going up, boys. Got a few things to do in this. I've got to order a new charging unit and order something else on Amazon. Quite a bit to do. Is my connection to Liverpool because of Avanti? Oh yeah, that's a joke, but if you are on a 767, then I'd just wait. It'll be worth it. All in the end. Yeah, that's the thing. I was actually thinking of going to Tenerife on Tuesday with Ryanair, but going back on a TUI 767. That's cheap. You can do that for £93, but I just thought that's not benefiting the people that watch me. You know, I've done a TUI 767 trip before and it got 15,000 views. I don't need to do that again. I need to do the A321. Oh yeah, they've got Magnus with me, dark fruit, so the Magnus dark fruit is out. Yep, it is indeed. Big Tom's up there, 20,000 feet. I'm not turning my toggle head into anything. I'm quite happy the way I'm going. Lovely. I was so eager on getting this drink. Yeah, Magnus, dark fruit. I know, it's like... I felt a bit giddy once I got my hands on it. It's like, literally, guys, if you try go and get Magnus dark... I know a lot of you are probably under the legal age, but it is almost impossible to get your hands on. I don't know why. Asda, co-op... well, we don't sell anything in co-op anyway. Their crisps are nice. They're cider and vinegar crisps. But yeah, they're nice. I've been actually better than Trials. So I had to get on this really slow train. Oh my god, the Garfield train. I recorded the announcements made, and it's under 100 megabytes, so I could send it. Okay. Copperberg is better. Yeah, I know, Josh. You would know, wouldn't you? But Copperberg dark mixed fruit, it wipes the floor with Magnus dark fruit. I'm just gonna say that it's very sweet, but Copperberg mixed fruit is probably one of the nicest ciders you can get your hands on. I'm being honest about that. It is very nice. I know it's quite easy to sit here and say, oh, it's very nice, and a lot of people probably haven't had it, but yeah, it is nice. Even the strawberry and something's nice as well. I had that in Tenerife, so I had 2 of them in Tenerife South, and that's only because I was getting on a max. I couldn't cope, I was overwhelmed, but Magnus dark fruit, it's okay, but it's nothing like Copperberg mixed fruit. Oh my god, no way. It just isn't. That's a different animal. Yeah, it's Magnus dark fruit. It's nice. I'm not a fan of Strongbow, I'm going to be totally honest. It's... yeah. Yeah. Bit of a cider guy, me. Taste of summer. Also, Inchy cider I'd recommend. And original Magnus, but Magnus is quite a rich drink. I find it's quite a rich drink. But Inchy's is good. That's a very nice cider. It tastes like apple juice, but it's nice. I'm catching up with 413. Yeah, Strongbow's overrated. I've had it, and it literally tastes like someone poured apple juice into Budweiser. It's awful. I don't like it. I prefer more variety and stuff. I mean, pear cider. It's all these ciders, but it's great because Bailey's is so nice. Yeah, I like Bailey's. I have Bailey's around Christmas. Yoha. What's that? Who's that? 0, 0, 0. It's like a trio of zeros and then 2. Yeah, Bailey's is nice. I only drink Bailey's around Christmas because it's all out and it's everywhere. So Bailey's coffee and Bailey's biscuits and all this and all that, but yeah, Strongbow isn't my thing. But yeah, we go to this place, me and my dad, for Bow-Legged Beagle, and it's like these, you know, these Amsterdam pubs you get, which are all hidden away with all the canals. It's like that. It's like a really small microbrewery. It's not a microbrewery, sorry. It's a craft ale place, but we serve so many varieties of alcohol. It's not like a pub. It's like a tiny little. It's like the size of a room. Seriously, it's tiny. It's like a tiny little pub. It's tiny. There was 2 guys in there. They're brilliant. And they sell all these different wacky alcoholic drinks. They sell wine, obviously, all that. But yeah, they do pineapple cider. And oh my god, pineapple cider is amazing. I don't know where they get it from. They won't tell you, but it's like the future of pubs. You know, if you go into the Hungry Horse or the Three Stags or somewhere. Now it's hardly busy when these places are open because they're just amazing. You know, they're like the future of. Well, it's like what they have in other countries. You know, these small microbrewery places where you just go in, get like some really specific, precise ale that no one else does and none other pubs do. Because other pubs are sponsored by Thwaites and all this overrated rubbish. But yeah, it's great. Bailey's and the mince pie and the bursting appendix. That's what you want at Christmas. Oh my god, I am sick. Yeah, so we're doing Tenerife South. There was this entitled woman who kept arguing with passengers about the reservation despite the announcements about reservations being off. Yeah, my mum was going to, I think she's come back from London, and this woman literally put a bag on my mum's seat and it was like, can you please move that? So I think people on trains are just a bit funny. I don't know. I mean, you don't have to do security and stuff, but you know, it's like any form of public transport. People just want to get to their destination, and the fact they're messing people around. I mean, it's the same with Flybe. I mean, people use them as a way to get about, and you know, with a business structure like that, you can't. I'm sorry, you can't survive. I wasn't at all surprised when I woke up on Saturday morning and found out they'd gone bust. I just thought, oh well, I knew that was going to happen because I think I told people it was going to happen. I told people about 3 months ago they're going to go bust again. Same with TUI. If they go bust, I wouldn't be surprised because their not cancellations, but their delays are horrific. And they think they can get away with it because people can't see delays. The media can't really see delays. But what the media can see are cancellations, so that's why TUI can still kind of get away with it. Yeah, Jet2 wiped the floor with TUI. I'm going to be honest, TUI aren't great. But I like their 767s and their 737 there. And their Dreamliners, they're okay. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I'm going to unplug this in a minute. It's causing some issues. Is that alright? Yeah, so this is actually a service we do. Tenerife to Madrid. Yeah, it's just my USB Bluetooth Razr Arachi, whatever. Alright, that should be on my computer now. It should be working, my mouse. Oh, there we go. I think I'm going too fast. 250 is my airspeed. He's trying to get away from me, that's why. I'll set mine at 4 and 3. Really put my foot down there. The overhead lights are quite dark, aren't they? Just like shadow in the cockpits. Crazy. Okay. Is that a bit better? It's a bit dark, isn't it? Is that a light? Toilet? That's the toilet! That doesn't look like the toilet. Audio switches. Okay. I'm going to sit in the right seat just so we can see all the mountains over mainland Spain. Should be getting overspeed warnings. Yeah, I get overspeed warnings for farting in the cockpit. We just go a bit quicker. Service is disgraceful. Yeah, that's what I'd say. Well, I actually got cancelled and I wasn't happy. I think I gave someone a mouthful as well. Can't remember, but I was so upset. There's a dome light somewhere, is there? That's the dome light, but where's the light to control it? Reading. I can't change it. How do I change the dome light? Is it down there? Cockpit door. Panel lights. Ah, there we go. And so you can set the windscreen wiper and stuff. That's fine. I just need to see my stuff.
Flight level 260.
Oh, hello, Lola Joe, or Dave, more like. Right hand side of the seat belt, I think. Okay. Oh yeah, we clicked it, didn't we? Oh, we have a dome lights here. Right, okay. Dome lights. Okay, we don't need them on. We've got the right ones on now. Dome lights. That's very specific. It's not even a dome. It's a panel. There was some guy who was sitting in the vest. In the vestibule. What? And he had to sit up in the. I don't even know what that is. What train station do you go to? Despite all the announcements, but about reservation being dropped off. Okay. Also, I'm reading the wrong comment. Sorry. He had to sit there all the way until London, which was a 2-hour journey. The toilet button shows when it is in use. Yeah, it's screaming at me. On my way to Birmingham Airport, my wife's mother, living in Gran Canaria, decides she's moving out into a villa in Fort. Oh, cool. You're on your way to Birmingham Airport now? Oh, it's the aisle near the doors. Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not very good on trains. I was trying to discuss to Jay, what's his name? I saw him last Sunday. Nice lad. Travel guy. But I'm not into trains, and I think he found it very difficult to understand why I didn't like trains. He's like, how about the noise when they're roaring past the station? I was like, yeah, but I don't like trains. I used to like them when I was little, but I don't like them now. I do not find them. I find them a nuisance when I'm trying to film, and I don't know, when I'm getting up in the morning and, you know, bloody stuff shaking in my room a little bit because of the train vibration. I do not like them. I mean, you can put your foot down, you know. You'll be drunk before we land. Yeah. I'm staying at the hotel across the road. Okay. I went to Hill Green Station, so you can get trains and planes at the same time. It's near Mosnock. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Well, that's the thing. I wanted to take the train originally. I think a day when 413 went. I wanted to take the train down to Manchester, but I couldn't because it was cancelled. So I was like, okay, what do I do? Go back home. But yeah, yeah, it's just shocking. I knew it was going to happen as well. I was just like, okay, well, if the airlines are pretty bad, what are the trains like? And I just thought, yeah, this is going to be crap. Hmm. 2 hours and 21 is going to turn into 4 hours and 41. What percentage is this? Is it 4%? I think the pineapple cider is 4%, but I don't know. Don't ask me, guys, where I get pineapple cider from. It's a special. It's like specially brewed for this place we go to. Hello, Jono. Sorry, we're just talking about pineapple cider. How inappropriate. I met some of the drivers at Avanti, and they think the service is as bad. Yeah, well, they're inconvenienced by it, aren't they? So I'm pretty sure they're pissed off. Hi, train spot. One tip: never get to London North Western Railway train. Okay. Never get a London. Okay. No, I don't plan to. I'm not into trains. Sorry. I know some people may find that very hard to understand, but I'm not into trains. I like planes, but not trains. I said to the caretaker, well, there's a Ryanair flying over the school, and I said, oh, I can just tell that's a 737 by the sound of it. I said, I can tell the planes by the sound of it. How sad? And he said, it was kind of like this pause, and he went, yeah, that is quite sad, that. I was like, Right, okay, I'm just gonna... More power. More power. Alright, 25. I think we should be cruising a little bit higher. So, more power. Well, we're gonna need more speed to get up.
Airbus 320, please expedite your climb. Flight level 260.
Yeah, so the new mics arrived, guys. It's the Rode XDM 100. You can look it up. Yeah. Yeah, so it's one of Rode's brand new mics. Yeah. How much was it? Well, the actual mic is £261, but I got a discount, so I got it for £197. So that's alright, isn't it? I saved like what, 40%? 30%? So yeah, bought it. Am I happy with it? Well, not really, because it was the wrong adapter. USB-C it is, so I need to get a USB-C to USB adapter, and well, I've already ordered it. Do you want to know a weird subject for discussion? Yeah, I live around Liverpool way, so I rarely, so I rely heavily on LNWR. Oh, okay, and Avanti West Coast. See, I know Avanti West Coast are, but I don't know bloody. Yeah, I've never flown Iberia on their regional stuff. I've only done the A350. Oh no, I've only flown Iberia on their A350. Madrid to Heathrow, actually. So yeah, about 2 years ago. So yeah, if you want to fly the 777, guys, 200, British Airways are operating routes to, well, from London Heathrow, their base, to Frankfurt in the spring. So if you guys are interested in getting on a 777-200, it's only on the 200, and I think they're also using 787-9s. Yeah, you can actually probably book and see the seat map for spring for those routes. I don't know what days, but Dylan told us in Discord, and it was like, oh my god, now I'll get a chance to fly in the 777. I always get a bit giddy when I see the 777. Don't know why. It's like a bigger 767. So yeah. I had to go with LNRW to Liverpool yesterday, as I missed the Avanti and it was all stops and we were late, so another train was in front of us. Either go to Liverpool and straight through from there, or go to Crewe and go straight from there. Yeah, everyone's talking about how terrible the trains are. I mean, yeah, Flybe. See, the thing is, I don't really feel sad about Flybe, and then people are going to say, how about the staff? Well, they employed crap staff. You know, Leo. Probably people don't know as much as me and Leo know about Flybe, but apparently they were. Apparently, I don't know if this is true. I heard it somewhere. They were hiring. Sorry, they were leasing tow bars where they could actually buy it themselves cheaper, and hotels. When people were turning up for their flights, literally the crew weren't there, so the flight was scheduled, but no cabin crew had turned up, no pilots had turned up, or it was either cabin crew had turned up, pilots had turned up, and no check-in staff had turned up. So that's how messy that company was. Yeah, I'm sorry. When you employ crap people, I don't really feel sympathetic if they haven't got a job right now, because they shouldn't be running a form of the economy. They shouldn't. They should be working in McDonald's or KFC. I'm sorry, it's true. They should not be given a job like that. Flybe had quite a bit of competition with EasyJet though. Yeah, well, any airline has competition with EasyJet. IBERIA has competition with EasyJet and Ryanair, and they're still able to keep afloat because because they don't do stupid things. Apart from serve people biscuits on a flight and that's it. Yeah, I wasn't very happy about that. Yeah, they served me biscuits and orange juice. Was it biscuits and orange juice on the flight back? I wasn't happy. We don't serve proper meals now on flights. You have to pay for it. Jet 2, I'm fine with that because it's nice food and they give you a free drink and you get the spread and everything and the, you know, all that. But I don't know. It's not how it was when they used to give you, because you got to think about it. Not everyone wants free food, so that's why they don't include it in the ticket price now with free food. Because free food used to come in the ticket price. So imagine going to Tenerife, not wanting a meal, but you still have to pay for free food even though you don't want it. So in some ways it's better, but in some ways it's not. So the ticket price is actually higher because of the free food. My dad explained it to me the other day. If Flybe was going to be as successful as we thought, then Thomas Cook would have easily come back fully. Yeah, Thomas Cook have done it properly. Just an online travel agent and take it from there. Yeah, well, I don't think that's really working though, is it? I gave my opinion out in my model airport update. I uploaded it before. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I saw it. I think you said it's a bit embarrassing. I feel a bit embarrassed. You shouldn't feel embarrassed, Humphrey. They should feel embarrassed. But I know what you meant. Yeah, I was going to book with them. I was going to book with them to Belfast, and I saw the cancellations and I saw what Josh was saying and everyone else in Discord. And it was like, yeah, well, that's another customer gone. I'm not doing that. I was close to doing it. I am embarrassed with them. Okay. I just looked at it and just looked at it again. And I was like, okay, that's actually happened, doesn't it? They've gone bust again. You know what I mean? And was their new livery any better? No, it wasn't actually. It was rubbish. So I think Flybe wasn't meant to be. Sorry, but it's true. I can't wait to see if Virgin Atlantic is as good as everyone said. Yeah, I think they are good. Virgin Atlantic. I've heard good things, but again, who would I fly with? What are they saying? Expedite your climb. Wait, if they want me up there now, fine, I'll go up there. I just need to shut this woman up. A350-1000. Well, yeah, you can take a BA A350-1000 to Orlando or Virgin. You got a choice, but I would rather fly to the States with Aer Lingus because I've heard some good things about Aer Lingus, and also I just love the A330. 300 of CF6s. Oh my god. Yeah. But who would I fly with to the States? Aer Lingus, probably British Airways, only because they have a 777 and yeah, that's about it actually. Because I've flown on the Dreamliner. Just think about going to the States with Virgin. A330, I've been on that, and I don't know. Dreamliner, if I go from Heathrow. I've been on that. I'd rather go on a 777. So I'm thinking, if I go to the States, I'd rather go with Aer Lingus on the 330-300, or British Airways with the 777-300. I think that would be really interesting. Or with their A380. So I would rather go to the States with British Airways and Aer Lingus, not Virgin. Because I just think a lot of the Virgin flights, I'm sorry Virgin, but I do like Virgin as an airline, and or Richard Branson's success, but I just think Virgin, when I see stuff on YouTube, it's all Disney crap. It's all the Disney kids on flights screaming with their stupid Mickey Mouse rubbish on. You know what I mean? It's like just catered all towards Disney. Those Virgin flights, and I don't really want to be putting up with that. I'd rather it be more settled down and more relaxed. And it's a long haul flight. We're gonna serve you infinite amount of this, that, and I'd probably go premium economy. And you know, I'd probably save up quite a bit for it. I don't want Mickey Mouse and Cinderella screwing around the cabin. I don't want that. You know what I mean? Oh. Love watching his back. Virgin offer more than BA apparently. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to go. I've dreamt about that. I mean, I've dreamt about a lot of things the last few days. Oh my god, look at this guy. I've dreamt about getting the Road X. Bought it. What else was I dreaming about? Don't know. I'm going on Virgin in July. I'm in premium on my flight. Well, yeah, tell us guys how Virgin are and I'll think about booking with them. Because I do want to do long haul. But when the chance arises for short haul on a long haul aircraft, a big airliner like a 777 or an A380, I will be the first to, you know, stick my head in and look in and book in. Because I've done Lauda. I did Lauda a few weeks ago. They were atrocious. I will never book with them ever again. They were just rubbish. The seats were hard. The aircraft was stuffy and they didn't know if they wanted the seatbelt signs on or off. No. And the tray table was so wonky and folded. My drink was literally falling on the floor. They're not great, Lauda. I would not book with them ever again. I know I'm very harsh, but it's my job not to. You know, trip reports. You know, people want to see what it's like, and before it's out, I'll tell you. I won't say, "Ooh, find out." BS167, right? Oh god, imagine if these two on the same flight. Aren't you the lad who had the appendicitis? I am indeed. Drinking his Copperberg. What a care in the world. And also, another thing, British Airways are good for my, oh, what are they called? Avios points. So, yeah, any airline that's One World, I get Avios points. Which go towards British Airways silver status, gold status, platinum, you know, all that stuff, it goes towards all that. Which get you, I mean, my Avios points are quite low, because I haven't flown British Airways for more than a year. I bet Lauda means boring cabin in a different language. Well, they were just awful. The seats were awful. The aircraft was stuffy. And it was just like, it wasn't great. The flying quality of the pilots was great, because they were really struggling getting into Palma because it was so windy. But just the onboard hospitality was dreadful. Yeah, lucky you guys. You guys should be lucky that you're going all that way. It wants me higher again. I mean, I like the 757. I fly in the 757 too much. And when I haven't flown on it more than a month, it's like, oh god, I don't feel well. Don't know what I'm gonna do when they go. Yeah, they're like a, I don't know, like a feel good thing, isn't it? It's like I walk round to school or back from school and I think, oh, I need a bit of a buzz. Let's see if there's any 757s going down to the Canaries, which of course there are. There's probably about 5 heading back as I'm walking, but it's just like one of those things. I wish United did a 757 route to Manchester from Newark. To Manchester from Newark, oh yeah. Well, that's the thing, United actually do a flight from New York JFK to Tenerife. Who knew that? And I've actually caught that flight live on stream. Not many people have probably caught that. And I think who's that YouTuber who is a United 76 and 75 pilot who used to fly the American Eagle? He was actually on that flight, so I don't know if I'm gonna I might get into contact with him and say, hey, I was streaming your flight when you were getting your type rating, your hours on the 7.5, and yeah, he was actually on that flight when I was streaming his stuff. Oh, I didn't know he was on it, but that United 757, I nearly missed it in Tenerife, but I just about got there in time. The bus stops everywhere. The Titsa bus literally stops everywhere in Costa Rica and all this and all that places. It's crazy. I'm thinking of staying in Tenerife soon. Either the Tenerife Sol or the Revron Plaza, which are like £93 a night, and I'll go on the Jet 2 A321 and come back on the 2E767. Yeah, but I know that guy. Yeah, he was actually on that flight. Because I watched his video and it said this date I was in Tenerife. And I came back on the 26th, or came back on the, I think it was a Wednesday, and it was like, yeah, I streamed on that Wednesday, and I got that United 757 takeoff. So he was on that flight when I was streaming. Awesome. But I don't know if I'm gonna get into contact, because I like getting into contact with. I mean, I got into. Well, I didn't actually get into contact with Neil from Moments in the Sky, because apparently he was gonna contact me anyway, as a form of, oh, I really appreciate your content kind of thing. But I ended up commenting on his 757 video, saying, oh yeah, you're just like me, mate. I love them. But he was gonna get in touch anyway, so yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I actually streamed his 757. Okay, we all know. I've got a picture of all the Jet 2 757s lined up. Cool. Now, I don't know if I've got any. Right, so where are we going over now? Are we going over the Bay of Gibraltar? Don't know. Is it the Bay of Gibraltar? I don't know. Don't even know anything about Spain. Go there half my life and don't know anything about where anywhere is. I don't even know where Valencia is. I thought Valencia was in Italy. Oh, how embarrassing. I think I'm thinking of Venice. The 767-300 has been announced. Oh yeah, PC only. Yeah, you say that, but I think you're very. Don't take this the wrong way, CM, but I think you're very PC. You've got an agenda to PC and not Xbox, which yeah is understandable, but you got to understand these companies need to make money for both platforms, and you will find the 7.5, the A380 and the 7.6 will all come to console because it's about staying in business and they can probably make money from that, and if they want to make money from it, they will make money from it, and I just know. I have an Xbox, I respect that. There's like the Minecraft community as well. I mean, everyone was towards console when it first came out on console, and then everyone was like, oh my god, have you seen what the developers have done for Minecraft on the console? It's like, Mojang don't even care for us, so. But it's to say, you know, if this isn't developed by a separate company, this isn't developed by a separate company for console for the port, it's developed by the same people, but I think capabilities now are, well, companies have got more money than they did, you know. Minecraft for Xbox was designed and coded by 4J Studios on there. Oh, what type of code does it use? I don't know. I don't know what code it uses, but it's the same code for Pocket Edition, the old, you know, the old Minecraft Legacy. Literally, they had to get a Scottish developer to make Minecraft to work for the console, but because Mojang have more money, they can do all that porting and, you know, backwards compatibility themselves now because they've got more money to, instead of getting a separate studio. But oh my god, 4J made Minecraft 10 times better than Mojang. I'm going to be honest. Just gave it a bit of a, it had character to it, you know, it had like a mystique about it, whereas Bedrock Minecraft just doesn't, and it's just sad. It's sad. Whenever I load up Minecraft, it is just not. Just Mojang made it. Anyone who used to play Minecraft, when Mojang made it, they would know what I mean. It just had a very warm feeling to it. The PMDG 737-700 is on the market. PMDG will be on Xbox as soon as possible. Okay, that means nothing to me.
Center on 119.55. Good day.
Okay.
Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20 Lisbon Center. Continue to
Lisbon
pass the
Centre. So we're actually over Portugal. Are we? I don't think we are. Because all the area codes for the airport are changing to D from L. So Spanish airports codes are L, and then I think Portugal are D, or Portuguese airport or airfields are D. So yeah, we are actually going over Portugal. You're near Faro. I've seen screenshots of it on the marketplace. I've been to Faro. Ooh. I want to go to Lisbon with TAP Air. Well, have you heard about what they're doing to T1 at Manchester? They're knocking it. They're not knocking it down, but I should know a lot about buildings because I work in a very old one. But I don't think they're knocking it down. They're refurbishing it. Same on an A320-200. Cool. No, I think they're refurbishing it, but I don't know. It's an old building. They can't really refurbish an old building because it's like sticking glue. How can I explain this without sounding absolutely stupid? I don't know. Yeah, with buildings, you've got to redesign the from the ground up. The foundations need to be brand new, and you can't really tar up an old building like that because it will just end up falling to pieces because the foundations can only take so much stuff. Well, I agree with their decision. It looks old. Yeah, it doesn't look really old, but it looks dated. I mean, it was built 70 years ago. I mean, yeah, it doesn't look really out of date, but it is old. I went on the Wamos 330 and the Jet 2 one. Cool. Yeah, it's now outdated. I think it was built after the Blitz. Yeah. I mean, T2, the old part of T2, is literally falling to pieces. Yeah, it's good they're doing something about that. Oh, sorry, they've done something about that. But Terminal 3 as well. I mean, all the old parts of Manchester are very dark and gloomy. It's just the tiling they used. I mean, Terminal 2 shares very similar tiling, I've noticed, and panels, ceiling panels and seats to Terminal 3. And it gives off like a very like 90s, 80s, 70s kind of vibe, like a just very industrial and, you know, concrete buildings and stuff. Just something about it that isn't very bright and open, and yeah, it just makes it feel very claustrophobic. Whereas the new T2, they use a lot more lighter colours, you know, bright lights, you know, LED lights across the ceiling, high ceilings, wide areas, different coloured lights, you know, the LED stuff. And though it may look quite sickly and oh my god, it's like New York Times Square. It does give off a much more warm and, you know, open and free feeling than the old T2 and T3 and T1, where it feels very industrial and quite closed in and dark and not many windows. But yeah, Terminal 2, a lot of light in there. We love their light, big windows and everything. T3 will stay because it's domestic, yeah. I hope they refresh the attitude of their staff as well as in the terminal. Yeah, well, it just comes down to experience. I think they've got very inexperienced staff because they laid off so many in the lockdown, and they've got just arseholes now. I've never experienced an issue, if I'm going to be honest, with the Manchester Airport security staff. I've never experienced an issue, but I know some people have. Probably because I just bring a bag, and I travel a lot more than most people, so I have all my liquids in a certain bag, all my electronics in a certain bag, and they're probably like, oh god, yeah, I think this guy knows how to travel. Yeah, how long did I take in security once? 4 minutes. So, unpacked, belt off. You can leave your watch on, I knew that. So there's not all that, ooh, can I leave this on? And ooh, can I leave this on? Can I do this? Can I leave that on? No mate, just go through. I knew all that. Scanned, all fine. Got all my stuff in the little tray, put it back in my bag, put my belt on. I think I said goodbye to Dad at 5:30 in the morning, and I was literally grabbing a Costa, looking at the planes at 45 minutes past 5. It was incredible. Honestly, I don't know when it was, but it was unbelievable speed. I suppose you can thank the security staff and the efficiency of Terminal 2. I do, I like Terminal 2 at Manchester. I'm going to be honest, it's not a bad place to spend a few hours. It really isn't, it's quite good. It's a lot better than Terminal 1. Ever since, I used to quite like Terminal 1, but ever since going to Terminal 2, the new part, yeah, I will actually book with different airlines just to go to Terminal 2, because it's a nice terminal. You'll know what I mean. Maybe some of the food outlets, maybe more option on that, but apart from that, it's good. But one thing about the old part that the new part fails at, they've got like wooden seats which is just so uncomfy to sit on. The new gates are going to look like the A gates. Yeah, well they will, because they're like finger pieces, aren't they? They're like going to be like a fork to each other. So like it's going to be like a fork. We'll have all these different yeah, bits sprouting out. It's going to look great. I can't wait for the future of Manchester. But I think they definitely got the design right and how it feels, and you know, the lights and all that right for Terminal 2. It's a very nice building, I'm going to be honest. Not a nice building, it looks like it just looks like a square building, but inside it's great. Yeah, the experience I had at Manchester in August was so positive. Got there at 3 AM, through everything by past, and in the lounge for 5 watching the sunrise. Yeah. So you went through Terminal 2, did you? Oh yeah, you would have, because you went to Eat some brekkie as well. Flight was only 20 minutes late leaving as well. Yeah, it's a good terminal. I mean, I will tell you guys the truth of things. I'm not going to say, oh, Terminal 2. All they could do really is maybe, I don't know, have some more restaurants near the Pier A area so they don't have to walk all that mileage. No, I think that's a good thing. I think making people walk that far to the gate, like Palmer, I think it's probably doing us all good. Especially these fat asses who can't get around. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to buildings. Yeah, the Wi-Fi issue, I can tell you about that. It's because it's a new terminal. That's why it's a new building, so the Wi-Fi is dodgy. I have to put my phone right up against the glass. I mean, it's a bit like the primary school I work at. They had a, because it was built in 1932. The primary school I work at, it had like tiled floor, you know, like old red tiled floor. The old white doors with a frame in the middle, and single glazing and all that. But they've revamped all that. They've got a laminate floor, which is like a wooden laminate floor. They've got new lights, got double glazing, and they've got new doors with a rectangular window. And it just makes the building far much more brighter and positive. So yeah, just amazing what a floor and lights and doors can do. And obviously different paint. Because I think in the 70s and the 80s, people used to say, oh, green and light green and blues can help with calming kids down and stuff. But, you know, 20 years later, it just looks like an old, farty old room, you know what I mean? How are we talking about this? How did we start talking about this? What's a bolo? A bolo? Couldn't speak in the Discord while we were waiting for boarding. No, I know what you mean. Internets are a bit of an issue there. Right, okay, the audio still goes. Yeah, so the new mic should be rigged up tomorrow. How's 413 doing? Where is 413? Where is he? See if we can see him on here. I think we can. I am over Africa. You shouldn't be over Africa. I've been in the game for 1 14 minutes. Sorry, 1 hour 14 minutes. So what have I got to do? I've got to buy some things on Amazon. I've got to do my shop. I chose a different route to you. Why the bloody hell is he in Africa? He's a crazy guy. He's just gone to see the Tanzania people, or wherever they are. The Tanzania people. Yeah, I must tell you about what happened at the RVP yesterday. Oh my god, absolute shocker. Yeah, the mic cost me £193. Ooh. Yeah, it's a good mic.
Airbus 320, contact Casablanca Center on 125.
Casablanca.
Good day.
Yeah, I'll tell you, basically I was buying a model. Hang on, let me just order something on Amazon. I'm on my phone, by the way. I need to order a juice, sorry, an anchor. What are they called? Hey up, lad. Oh, we're turning here, okay. I was like, what's going on? £69 for one of the new battery units. No, thank you. You can get it in white. Yeah, it's just paying for a bloody. That's the issue with Anchor. You're paying for a name. So, do I want it? You can get solar powered battery things, which are very interesting. Okay, 30th. So I've got a few things coming tomorrow on Amazon. You've got a wireless magnetic bank. That's not going to be useful because I've already got one. Yeah, who uses who uses Anchor batteries? I use juice batteries I find the capacity on that's quite good, but my juice battery, what's happening, the port inside is damaged, so when I'm charging something, it charges and then it stops charging, and it charges, and it's because it's water damage from the amount of hammer I've given it at the airport. Yeah, but some guys, technology is quite good with waterproof stuff nowadays, but I tell you what, when you're outside at Manchester every week and it rains sometimes, and oh my god, when it rains at Manchester, it rains and just condensation builds up, it will end up wrecking your ports. I mean, I've had issues with HDMIs, but that's because I've plugged them in, out, in, and the old one was bending, and it was just kept bending over weeks and weeks and weeks of using it. In the end, it was like the dongle was like that, and then the outer bit was like at a different angle altogether. So it was like someone had almost snapped it from the male end to where the nylon cable meets the joint. So yeah, it was pretty bad. Yeah. So you've got power core this, power core that. High capacity. They all say high capacity, but they don't give you a voltage. There's a deal on that at the moment. Spent ages, and I mean ages, looking at prices. Whew. I will tell you in a minute. I bet a bit turbulent. Yeah, I bought a model. I bought the Icelandair 737 Max from the RVP. And I'm going to be careful what I say here, because I want to tell you the true story, but I almost don't. I was pissed off. I bought it, and well, first of all, I went in and I said, what's your NG model selection like? And he said, he's a new guy, and he said, what's on display is what's on display. And I was like, okay, that's not very helpful. So I said, okay, do you know where the NG model selection is? And he said, what's on display is what's on display. And you know what I mean? It's like, just so arrogant. It's just typical. Honestly, the RVP is really fucking fallen. Who think Lauda are bad? Oh my god. But yeah, anyway, so I went to the Gemini, I just looked behind the counter, and I saw an Icelandair 737 Max, and the blue one of my favourites. So I looked at it, and I bought it, and he said £60 please, and I was like, you what? So I bought it. I just bought it because I thought, okay, I've got it now. I've got him on the spot. I've got 5 people behind me. So yeah, £60. So I looked online. It was about £51, and I just thought, right, okay, this is not worth it. This is not worth it. So I know what they're like. I know what those bastards are like in the RVP, and I knew they weren't going to give me a refund as soon as I just bought it. So what I did, I went to the toilet, dismantled the model, went back to him and said, it's broken, can I have a refund? And he said, yeah, but we've just taken it out and looked at the engine. I said, no, the engine's broken. I've been a collector of Gemini jets since 2016. I lied. And I've noticed the decline of Gemini jets' quality and the quality of the glue going downhill. I expect an immediate refund. And he didn't have a leg to stand on, and he was like, okay, this is going to take a while, you know, because all these people were behind me. I said, I don't care, I want my refund. And he just gave me it, and then I said, okay, is that my refunded receipt? And he said, no, this is our copy. So I said, I want a refunded receipt. I actually did that, and I think he noticed I was getting a bit het up, so he didn't even give me one. He said, you'll get it into your account the next few days. Anyway, I woke up this morning, haven't got it, and I'm going to be contacting them tomorrow. And I think the tone of it is going to be very, very aggressive. I hate them. I fucking hate them. They charge a fortune. They're not even that good. They hate spotters. and they suck up for those twats in the tower. I don't like them. Nobody likes them. Anyone who's a spotter there, I've spoken to them, and they all agree with me. They all agree that we should extend the mound. It would be great if they listened. I mean, in the cafe, they removed something from the chips. The pizza is rubbish now. They used to put herbs on the pizza and everything, and all this. That's all gone. They didn't even serve me a lid with a coffee the other day. I ended up burning myself. But thankfully, I was in a good mood and they didn't do anything. All the abuse I got for, you know, when I was putting my stuff in the car park thing, all of that, nothing. Just no, you're not using us as a drop-off zone. Even though I agreed with one of them, so they don't even talk to each other. Mixed messages. So my dad marked his card. Boy, he marked his card. And just they don't listen to feedback. You give them feedback, they don't give you feedback to the manager. Because the manager doesn't care, or he's working on the private terminal, which never has customers. I don't care for watching this. I really couldn't care. If you've got a problem, speak to me when I'm there. You want to kick me out? Fine, kick me out. I've got better places to go. Then go there. I just like going there because I like seeing my mate Archie and other people that come and see me. But yeah, I don't tolerate it. You see, other people may tolerate it and go, "Oh yeah, you know, I don't know. We just paid £7 to get in, and we've just paid £19 for hot chocolate." Some people may be stupid enough to just accept that, or maybe some people are smart, park down the road, pack their own coffee. Oopsie. And pack their own coffee, have a flask, and bring their own food, and just use it to spot the planes because they don't know anywhere else, or limited mobility. But I just think, I mean, everything from the way we treat people in the cafe, the way we treat people in the gift store, the maintenance there, the hygiene, the toilets, no soap, no toilet roll, the car park with no guttering, no drainage. All the bloody things are full of leaves, and people who are disabled can't even see the car parking, the disabled car parking bays because it's all flooded. It's a shithole. Honestly, it's a shithole. It used to be good. I don't think it's good anymore. And just it was just him. I think he's new, and I don't really want to take it out on him. But the attitude of what I had yesterday, what we have on display is what we have on display. You couldn't even go and try and help me to find an NG model. It was just rude. I don't accept that. I'm sorry. Maybe my standards are too high, but I don't accept it. You see, I don't appreciate it. When we pay all that money, and we've been going there for about 9 years, and they can't give tiny little tiny little favours back, like helping me store my stuff in the car park thing. And even though I'm on good terms with those guys, especially what's his name, Dave. He's a nice guy, really nice guy, but some of his colleagues, one of the older guys was really nasty to me, and so much so I was quite upset. So I phoned my dad, and my dad marked his card, literally. So yeah, I don't tolerate it at all. I don't tolerate going somewhere and being treated like a dickhead and like some sort of dog. I don't have it. Maybe you might, but I don't. But begs the question, why do I still go there? Well, because I like meeting people, and yeah, it's convenient, but also Southside at the moment is like a mud pit. It's it's not good for walking in. And when Dad has to bring me a bloody coffee from Spindles, which is again Spindles coffee, £2, RVP £8. Yeah, they just charge a fortune, and they don't listen to advice either. They say we'll pass it on to the manager, and you don't hear anything. I know actions speak louder than words, but the actions, no lid, no. They used to sell a a mayonnaise, garlic mayonnaise thing with the chips. That's gone. You've got to pay for that now, and it's still the same price. The chips are still the same price as they were when they used to include that. You've got to pay for the mayonnaise thing now. It's just extortionate and terrible service. Maybe they could do a bit about it. I don't know, but I don't think it's great. I think it was better when they just kind of focused on the planes and just ran it as a viewing park and a car park. They used to just have, they used to have a Concord cafe, but it was so out of use, no one would really go in there. I remember when they used to have a little, we had these little things outside, just out, you know, where the mound is. We used to sell crisps, hot dogs, hot chocolate. I think that was quite cheap, and again, it was just functional, but it was better than how it is now. Yeah, I don't know, it's not great. And what I saw the other day, which is disgusting, you know, when they're cleaning up a table, well, they don't do that there. What they do, they get other bits and brush it onto the seats. So when someone sits down, they go, oh, this is a nice table, let's sit down into all these crumbs that the waiters just brushed from the table onto the seat. Lovely, really lovely. I don't know who they're trained by, but it makes me laugh. It does. I watched it as well, and I watched this family look at the crumbs and had to sit somewhere else because this lad had literally brushed over crumbs, over jam, over water, over spilt coffee, over pizza stuff. He didn't put it on the floor or in the bin. He put it onto the seat where people were going to sit. I just thought, this place, they're literally rats. They are. People who work here are rats. It's disgusting. Yeah, not funny. Anyway, back to flight sim. What a way to put it, Sam. Wait, he charged you more than what it was online. Sorry to say, but they're a bunch of, yeah. Well, they have to. I see. The thing is, Josh, they have to because they're also in business as well, and if they weren't charging more than the AMS store, I mean, even the AMS store have to charge a little bit more than Gemini because they're in business as well. Same with PayPal. When I get a PayPal donation, they take like 5% because PayPal still have to make money. But yeah, it's just how business goes. But just the customer service of getting a refund and also just asking for advice. I mean, I said to some lad as well. Some lad had bought an ATC, and I said, look on YouTube. They've got loads of tutorials on how to set it up. And this guy who was working there behind the counter, the same guy, he said, we'll set it up for him. And it was just like so aggressive. It was like, we'll do it for him. It was like, I was just trying to help. Yeah, I wasn't very happy. Yeah, a bunch of charlatans, to be honest. Honestly, I just go around the main airport itself now. I went to T1, T3 car park, and a copper came up, and he had a nice little laugh about Ryanair. Oh, we had a nice little laugh about Ryanair. Oh, that's good. About Ryanair. Yeah, Ryanair are great, aren't they? Ryanair are functional. But I find Ryanair okay, to be honest. They're not great, but they're alright. They're like TUI. I use Ryanair and use TUI like Ryanair because they're both in the same category in my mind. They're equally as crap and equally as good as each other. So it's kind of like that. I know I'm not going to get food on TUI because I refuse to eat the food on TUI. And same with Ryanair. I think EasyJet do okay food, but the way they store their milk on EasyJet, I've had issues with the milk on EasyJet, and so has someone else who I've flown with. A girl from my school had stale milk, so when it came out in, it was like you know that stuff around an egg yolk, that white stuff. It was like that. It was all like plopping out. It was like thick bits of like glue coming out, and I think EasyJet don't store their milk in proper places of the aircraft. I don't know why, but when you're ordering a coffee on EasyJet, be careful with the milk. I'm being serious. Be careful with the milk. Yeah. If it's sold through the AVP shop, shouldn't it be like £2 to £3 extra if you pay in store? That's how I've seen other things work. Well, no, they just like charging more. Oopsie, they just like charging more. He was like, you end up paying more than I earn to fly with them bastards. Yeah. Ryanair, the thing is about Ryanair, there's lots of flexibility with Ryanair, which is what I like. You can just pay for the flight, which is like £23, or you can pay for extra legroom, other things. That's okay. But I don't know. I've flown Ryanair quite a bit the last few months. I've flown the Max, I've flown on, well, Lauda. It's not really real Ryanair, is it? And I flew them last year to Lanzarote, and I flew them to Lanzarote a few weeks ago. And you know what? I had no problems last year with them. I had no problems down to back from Tenerife with them. I had no problems at all, except from the coffee they gave me. It was served in some, I don't know what it was, a burning device. It literally looked like they were asking to be sued. And yeah. You didn't enjoy the build up to that Max, did you? No, I didn't, but yeah. Well, when I went to the toilet at the back, because I got a toilet right at the back of the, I don't mean a pissed in the in the middle of the aisle. No, I went to the toilet right at the back of the aircraft, and I just thought, God, the stabilizer joists are there, aren't they? Don't breathe. Don't breathe. You're at the back of a Max with the dodgy MCAS system and the jack screw. Don't breathe. Don't flush the toilet. It was like, I was so scared I didn't want to mess it up. Oh, it's just, let's see. Would you be more comfortable on one if you went again on one? Yeah, I think I would. I mean, I was speaking to a TUI 737 pilot about the Max. I mean, that's the thing with TUI as well. I have nothing against people that work for TUI. I'm just talking about the onboard experience. Whoever manages the hospitality on board needs to get a grip. There are other people, like the pilots, are just doing their job, and they're fantastic. I've got so many people, so many friends who work with TUI and have watched my channel. I feel a bit bad when I say the rubbish, but it's never aimed at them. I'm just talking about whoever manages the onboard hospitalities. They need to catch up with Jet2, because people book holidays and people will notice if they've got a TUI flight out and a Jet2 flight back. Because I've flown TUI how many times last year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. I think I flew TUI 6 times, and I flew Jet2 about 8 or 9 or 10 times. And yeah, honestly, there's a big difference. Jet2, I'd say how you're welcomed on board with Jet2, how they approach you. I think it's very similar, but when it comes to food and obviously being punctual on time, and Jet2 are better at selling things than TUI, and the food's better, and I don't know. I'm not saying it's how the cabin's presented, because I think TUI's cabin is just, it's very much like British Airways. It's just very standard and monotone and neutral, TUI's cabin, whereas Jet2's more funky and wacky and all these different colours. But what I'm talking about with difference is onboard hospitality. Yeah, I did get a TUI flight in November where the crew were actually like, they were like vampires. They were horrible on the 767, but I've had some flights with TUI where they've been amazing, but the food and the time the food's taken, and obviously delays and stuff, and the cleaners didn't turn up, and we're gonna turn around and blame the ground staff at Manchester Airport, who were just doing their job. Yeah, I just think all those things with using Swissport, this, that and the other, and whoever design, I don't know, the food, and make the food recipes. Honestly, the chunky chips on 2E767, they were like, it was like eating cold chips. They were thick. They were, you know, have you ever had chips that have not been done right and they're like crunchy in the middle, and they're just horrible. They were like that. Every single chip was like that, and it just was like, yeah, I'm not having this. I want to make a good friend. Okay. Jet 2 let me in the cockpit on the ground in Manchester before departure. I call that really, really rare. It doesn't happen much. No, it doesn't. I think they do let you, but I know someone who got into the cockpit before they took off. Oh, what's his name? Trains and Planes, I think it was. So you can get in, but I think it's probably best once they've finished their shift. That's how I do it, because people are still boarding. Once everyone's... You don't want to hold up a flight that's going out. Well, I hold up the bus. I'd rather hold up the bus than the entire flight. Oh my god, I hold up the bus like mad, because the bus is still waiting. But like, where's the last passenger? Is there a last passenger? And they're like, yeah, he's in the cockpit. He's just talking about how the windows work on the 787. Piss off. Get him on the bus. So funny. Are we nearly there? The pilot was rather accommodating with it. He let me in. He let me in fully once we'd landed in Alicante. Yeah, he would. I think it's so we don't screw up stuff. I don't know. Okay, we can't zoom. Okay. So we're reaching our waypoints. Oh, look at this. 413's picked gold now here. I may or may not have been allowed to press the rudder pedals. Ooh. I've never touched the rudder pedals. Because I can't reach. Plane's diving off course a bit. Yeah, that's the right way. I don't know where the hell it was going. Only God knows. Are we landing at night? What time is this? It seems like the sun's been going up forever. I think it's slowly becoming night. Who knows? So where's 413 now? I can't see him. He's gone a different way to me though, hasn't he? So where am I over? I'm over C. But yeah, no, I get a lot of people use the RVP as a somewhere to socialise with one another, but I'm just talking about... I mean, I've been going there for 9 years, and yeah, not all the time, but a bit in the summer and a bit during the winter, and the way they handled some stuff with me being called a pedo by certain streamers, and just the way they handled it and everything, it was just like, no, there's no safeguarding management here. They're not interested in looking after the welfare of the customers. Yeah, we have some great staff there, but we also have some really poor staff, and they don't seem to be able to hold on to staff as well, which is another thing, which is also a sign of, well, people not wanting to stay. They do say, oh, since I came here, loved it, never looked back. You know what I mean? Yeah. I personally don't mind letting people visit the flight deck. Just makes it more special for those who get the opportunity, especially children. Yeah, they love it. Pilots. Some pilots love it. Some pilots don't. Some pilots are like, sure. Yeah. I've met them all. There's some people... Some of them are like a bit confused by why you're interested in it, and kind of look at you a bit funny because you got a camera. Because I think when I was on a 2767, the guy literally thought, I think he thought I was Wix or something. He was like, "Who are you reviewing for? Which reviewing agency?" And I was like, "It's just YouTube, mate. It's like, you know, small media. It's just YouTube. It's just YouTube." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And he kind of calmed down after that. I think he thought I was Wix or something. Not Wix. Which? Bloody Wix. Oh no, I've moved on from Wix. Wix cost a fortune to run a website on. No, I do it on my... Honestly, if you're doing photography, guys, just open an iCloud album and share it. Wix for photography. Wix, I find it very clunky. The support's great, but there's a lot of competition with Weebly. I don't even know if Weebly still exists. Squarespace are quite good. If I'm going to open a TTE website, I'm probably going to go with Squarespace. I was a customer with Wix websites for about 5 years, and the prices just started getting ridiculous, just so you don't get adverts and you get your own domain. The prices were like £197 every 2 years just to get your own domain and to keep adverts off your site and secure your domain. And, you know, I'm pretty sure half of it was made up. Yeah, I don't know, it wasn't great, and it took forever to update. I literally, now what I do, I go to Apple Photos, or Photos as it's called now, go to the shared album, and literally just go share picture to album, SL Aviation, and it's done. It's online. People click the link and it's updated immediately. I don't have to, you know, upload it and then download it and then send it to the album and then check if it's showing and checking there's not a duplicate. It's free as well. It just comes with your iCloud. So any future photographers out there, yeah. Also, you can select a slideshow, which I could never do with Wix. The only thing with Wix is I could select different individual albums to show up on the website, which was good. But now it's just a trio of just all my photos, which is a lot easier for people just to see everything. So yeah, any future photographers out there who want a website, just go through Apple iClouds. It's free, better, comes off the back of your iCloud subscription. Because I think I pay. What do I pay for my subscription? I don't even know what I pay. I'm gonna have a look what I pay. I'm so pissed I can't even find it. Oh my god. I think it's £2.99 a month for was it unlimited or 250 gig using, was it 2 terabytes of the iCloud storage? I don't know, but I've got a lot of photos, I've got a lot of videos. I never delete anything after what I did in 2018 on my channel. Most TUI pilots are head up their own arse, bell ends until they get grounded in the winter. Very unprofessional. Well, I didn't find that with Teddy or the other guy who flew the TUI 767. I found them very... Actually, most of the TUI pilots I found are very accommodating, very friendly guys, and some of them are ex-Thomas Cook 76 pilots who could have quite well have flown me down to Menorca in 2014. Next time I get to speak to a TUI 76 who flew a Thomas Cook 76 pilot, I will ask if they remember the names. I can't remember the names of the pilots who flew us down to Menorca in 2004. I know one of them was called Steve Mailer, and someone was I can't even remember what his name was. Teddy or something, I think his name was. Some stupid name like Teddy Bambisti or something. Yeah, anyone who knows Teddy Bambisti who flew a 767 down to Menorca, please give us a shout. I don't know, the audio is so shit on those videos, I can't even make out what I'm saying. But yeah, I found a lot of the TUI pilots very accommodating, actually. Not that Jet 2 pilots aren't accommodating. I mean, one of the Jet 2 757 pilots actually had me in his seat. And, you know, asking all about my life, like, what school do you go to and what you plan to do with your future? I spent like 15 minutes in the 757 cockpit, literally talking to him about my whole life and what you're doing once you finish your volunteering job at the secondary school, and said, well, I'm hoping to do college and all this and this and that. It's probably the longest time I spent in the cockpit, but he didn't want me filming on the GoPro, but he was the nicest guy you could ever meet. Oh my god. It makes you feel good as well once you've been in the cockpit and you've talked to them. You know, it kind of gives you an adrenaline, and you know, I always like to tell my dad, and yeah, it's great. I love it. Definitely tops off a great flight, especially when they recognise you as well, like the guy who flew me back from Lanzarote the other night. Oh my god, he was great. He said, yeah, I flew you back with your dad. You were with your dad, but he couldn't remember what flight. I said, I think it was a beefer. And he's like, oh yeah. Brilliant. I don't know when I'm next going. I think I might go on teacher. Oh no, I can't, because I've got, I probably shouldn't say this, but I've got car driving lessons with an instructor on Wednesday, so I can't go Wednesday. I was just thinking teacher training day. They won't want me in the school because there'll be nothing to do. Or will there? That place surprises me every day. Oh my god, there's a classroom in that school, and honestly, it's like the Omen classroom. The pipes burst, the ceiling fell down, one of the rafters fell down, the floor's all jagged, and the light's not working. I know. It's like probably the last classroom, I bet. Probably the last classroom. And it is actually the last classroom. So, yeah. Shoddy builders. Even back then. The people who made our house, apparently the guy was close to going bankrupt, so he just literally underneath the windowsill was like newspaper and stuff, cause just anything. Well, the house has been assessed, it's sound. You know, we're a surveyor. But I think some of these houses, like accommodations that are built now, and you know, they're collapsing on people, and people are having to live in Premier Inn hotels and celebrate the birthday. Yeah, it's awful. The way they build houses now is absolutely atrocious. Like there's a building right near the school I work in, which used to be a pub, and honestly, it's like different brickwork, but it just looks awful. It was built 2 years ago, and it literally looks horrible. It's an awful looking building. It's actually called the RV pit. I'm joking. No, it's a horrible looking building. It really is. Compared to the school, it's like chalk and cheese. It's sad, really. I'm just checking some. A minute. Oh. Is everyone still here? Is 413 still here? Bloody hope he is. Unless he's still doing some crazy African dance in the middle of a desert. Oh, such a weirdo. Oh, I never ordered that anchor thing, did I? Right, I'll order that one. Because it's the cheapest. I've got a few things to buy on Amazon, actually. I've got business cards to develop as well. Right, done. I bought a lot on Amazon at the moment. Oh my god. Left African airspace, okay. Samsung LU28R is out of service as well. The seller doesn't sell it anymore. Bad. I'm thinking of doing a video on this channel. It was going to be the SL Aviation channel, but it's going to be this channel now because I don't do that channel anymore. British Airways, other British Airways historical liveries. So the Landor, Negus and Boac. I haven't done that yet. But I've got all of them, 1 to 400. But I wanted to include the original British Airways livery, but I've got all of them. It doesn't matter. I was going to get a 1 to 200 British Airways normal livery, but anyway, yeah. What happened with the Icelandair 737? Yeah, it's now back at the RVP. I had to go into the toilet and dismantle it because I know what those bastards are like. The very fact that I have to do that just shows that they're so difficult. Yeah, I won't be buying the flight sim Airbus stuff just yet. I started my flying at Thomas Cook. My first airline job. I was bringing an A321 back from Dalaman on the night flight. The company went bust, which was a heartbreaking day for us all. Oh Christ. Yeah, sad Thomas Cook stuff, wasn't it? I was upset about it. I actually cried. Well, I'm making that video like 3 years ago. I can't believe it's 3 years ago. I mean, Flybe 1.0 went bust nearly 3 years ago, and 3 years later they've gone bust again. Just think about how much money and how much resources have to go into building up an airline again, and then it's like they've just gone, okay, let's just shit all over it. That's what they've done. That's why I'm not really sad about Flybe, because it's like they've like nurtured. It's like giving birth to a kid. A kid. It's like giving birth to a loved one. And literally going, oh, is it a boy or a girl? It's a boy, okay, can you just chuck it out the window? I don't want it anymore. That's like that. It's like nurturing a baby for 9 months in your womb and then chucking it out the window once it's born. That's what Flybe have done. They've built themselves up again and they've literally just thrown themselves out the window. I don't know if any company's done that before. It's odd. I'm not surprised, but it's crazy. Very sad what happened to Thomas Cook. I can't believe that nobody saved them. Yeah, I thought the government were going to save them. I remember going to school thinking, oh, I hope something happens in that meeting. You know what I mean? A bloody meeting in London. You can't do anything about it, Sam. They were brilliant. And yeah, they were brilliant. The food was good. They weren't on time all the time. That's the only issue with Thomas Cook. I was delayed 2 hours on the 767 in 2014. But their onboard hospitality was great. I think a lot of the pilots were great. The aircrafts they used, well, in the early 2000s, you know, the 7576 is the reason you're watching this right now. But I think they weren't great with getting flights on time. So yeah, I had 3 package holidays with them in a row and couldn't fault them. Yeah, they used to own the Isla Paraíso in Menorca, and oh my god, that place was great. Still is, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing more of, like, you know, like what Scotsman does and Night Strider, like hotel reviews and stuff. I'm thinking of doing more of that. I think there's definitely a gap in the market, but maybe just in my local area. Maybe I could tell people what it's like at the Beagle and stuff like that, but you know, make the channel even more interesting if I live that long. No, it's not good. Sorry, it's just me with my fake ailments. Flybe was never going to be successful from the get-go. They couldn't keep up with the likes of BA, Logan Air, EasyJet, etc. Yeah, well, they were, I think Virgin or something pulled out of them because of Delta or something. I can't remember, but something happened which made things matters worse. I think the Dash 8s were cool, but I don't think I'm ever going to fly on a Dash 8 now. Which is sad. Oh dear. Ooh, we're still flying. Long flight, isn't it? I think we're going to land at 11 o'clock. That's what I predict. And are we going to butter the landing? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the stream went well yesterday. I don't know when I'm next live. Yeah, 4.7, that's not bad. That's the highest it's been for months. And I hope the sound was better, tell me. All I'm talking about is customer service. Oh dear. Jonathan's saying it would be good if your trip reports did include a quick review of a resort hotel. Would be a nice addition. Yeah, I tried to include it in my TUI 787 video, but I was a little bit nervous if I was drifting away a bit from what people were watching. And same with IBEIRA. I have done it. I've done reports on the hotels like the Ushuaia in IBEIRA. I did it for the Ilha Paraíso. I think I did it for where else? I think I've done it for restaurants and stuff, but yeah, I do need to do more of it. Oh, I will though. When I'm going with Jet 2 on the A321, which might be quite soon. I think it might be next. I don't know, because that's the thing. I want to go on the 737 MAX of TUI. I want to get that trip report done. And then I want to get the Jet 2 A321 trip report. And then I've got loads of other trip reports to do. Like Geneva on the A350. Lisbon, TAP, Air Portugal. And then in the summer, stuff with Turkish Airlines, Sun Express. Athens with Aegean, Amsterdam. That's the thing, Amsterdam with KLM I can do anytime. Iceland down the 75 and 737 MAX I can do anytime. Some of the seasonal stuff's a little bit more difficult. But yeah, I think that'd be great if we could do more. Oh my god, Wizz Air's heading straight towards us. Wizzy Air. Not Wizzy Air. That's sorted. Sorry, my speakers are making a muffly sound. It's a bit of dust, I think. Yeah, what would you guys think would be better in the aviation streams? Like, streams at Manchester? Like, seriously, what do you think would be better? I've got a timer. Everyone's got a timer now. Ever since I put a timer, everyone's got a timer. It's amazing. Well, ever since Mac, Simon Lowe, anyone else who does it now, I think they all thought, oh, if this guy's doing it at Manchester and the others are saying it's really difficult, it must be quite easy, and they all think they've got to include a timer, but they don't have to. I know Think Planes doesn't include a timer because I don't think he can, because he's restricted to a very much plug and play system, which I'm not going to mention what he uses, but just out of respect of him. But they all use timers now. I think mine looks the coolest. I think anyway. Approaching Canaries. Okay, Form 3 is approaching the Canaries. If we can see him. I think flight radar inserts would be good, but I think then there'd be too much stuff on screen. I think people just like to know where it's come from. I've got flight radar as a link in the description, so you can. But I think what also would be beneficial is at the start of a show I can tag something in, or I can pin something in the comments saying things we can expect today. Emirates A380, and the time. I know other people already do that. Because I was actually doing it. No, I think 413 will remember, and 413 can back me up here, so I'm not sounding like a twat. Do you remember 413 when I used to put the aircrafts and then the timestamp for when they came in the description? I did that. I used to do that with the mobile streams when I could, when I had time, because we used to have 10 aircrafts within 2 hours. Back in the lockdown, I had time to do that. Now there's like maybe 73. I just don't have time, and plus YouTube will start saying, oh, you've run out of characters in the description. yeah, I don't. I think just the main ones, like the exciting ones, like we can expect the Jet 275. We can expect the Jet 2 A330 at such and such a time. All in the comments, but also pinned in the pinned in the comments, live comments, and also put in the description. I think that'd be good. Timings of the major players like the A380 landing would be useful. Yeah. In the description. Yeah, it's just about holding on to people. I mean, I said that the other night. I said when the A380 lands at Manchester, we get this big wave of viewers, and it's like I'm trying to hold on to them all, and they're like slipping out my hands. I've got to like try and hold on to all of them, and it's like trying to catch all these marbles and trying to catch all of them. It's difficult to try and hold on to them all. Tagged in the comments, yeah. But Dad was doing flight radar. I mean, there's only so much you can do, but I think the commentary is the main part of it. That's like the cement. That's the cement between the footage and the planes. The commentary. I don't know why I keep doing that. Probably shouldn't be. Right, we are about 127 nautical miles from our next waypoint. I think we are, yeah. Look at that. Yeah, I bought a lot of things last year. God, how much stuff did I buy on Amazon? Ridiculous. Got my new Scarlet thing. What else? I bought a lot of the streaming stuff for the streams in 2021, actually. Like late 2020. You know, like the modem and everything. I bought all that in 2021. And like the bag and everything, but 2022, start of 2022, bought the new tripod, which I still got, it's fine. The bag, the iCap, it's fine. I don't know, other stuff, charging stuff. And this year I've bought more mics and stuff, microphones and charging stuff, and you know, stuff like that. What I need to do as well, I need to slide scan some more prints. And yeah, my dad and Uncle Dave used to go to the airport in the 70s and 80s, and they used to take pictures of the planes on the Praktika, and I've got loads of these slide scan, physical copies, and I just need to put them in the printer and turn them into a file and stuff. That's how Alpha 5 does it anyway. I had a little run-in with Big Jet TV myself. Bunch of idiots. They're not a bunch of idiots. I like Jerry. I sometimes watch the Lanzarote Airport stream, and the mods describe every plane landing and every plane taking off. Age of plane, where it coming from, going to. Nice job for one of your mods, perhaps. Yeah, Dad was doing it yesterday, and Mike Key was doing it yesterday. It does add a difference. It makes a big difference. Because I'm so busy filming. I literally don't have time. People have said to me, oh, maybe you could talk about where the plane's coming from. I do not have time, because I'm trying to film, check everything's okay, chat to people next to me. And I'm a guy. I'm not a woman. I can't multitask. I am crap at multitasking. If I try and multitask, I'll probably end up chopping 5 fingers off. I'm probably the worst person to be doing 2 things at once. I mean, I think once I was trying to tune a guitar, and what else was I trying to do? I can't remember. plug my phone in or something. You know, how difficult is that? I was like turning the phone and putting the guitar towards the charge. I was like, oh, yeah, this isn't working, is it? Oh, you know what happened the other day? Oh, you'll probably cringe, but I snapped a string on the guitar, right? Do you know how I did it? I wasn't tuning it, I wasn't bending. I wasn't being Joe Satriani. Basically, I've got like this, you've probably seen it. I've got like this nice shirt. It's got buttons on the sleeves. Not the sleeves, the, on the collars. Is it the collar? Yeah, around the collar. It's got buttons so I can pull up my sleeves, you know, little buttons. And what happened, I pulled my hand up to itch my neck or something. I know, I'm a rat. And the button caught on the high E string. So the high E string had caught on the button. My hand went up full force and just literally snapped the string in half. I literally cut the string in half because the high E string, the top E string, literally caught above the button. I pulled up and it snapped in half. I was like, what the fuck's just happened? It was so scary. But yeah, I just had this wire and I was like, what the hell? Didn't even hear it. It just, yeah, it was one of those that was like, oh my god, next time I'm going to roll my sleeves up when I play. But yeah, it's just one of those. The string got caught on the button and I just ended up snapping the string. Amount of strings I've gone through. Yeah, I spend a fortune on strings. Yeah. I mean, the other string is you can take a bloody sledgehammer to if he won't snap, but each string is always going. It's just the nature of guitar. I don't mind Jerry, he's okay. It's the other person, Jelly, who sent me a rather rude email. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. About to land in 5, okay. I think we've got another waypoint to cover. I only know that because I can't see Tady. Yeah, make sure you don't crash into Tady for free. I know you've never been to Lanzarote. You gotta. That's the thing about Lanzarote compared to Ibiza and Mallorca. When you're in Mallorca or I don't know, Ibiza or anywhere else like Minorca, or maybe not Minorca, but you know, it's quite flat. Oh, no, Minorca's quite flat as well. You find you don't have to walk uphill and downhill, but when you're in the Canary Islands, you're always walking uphill, downhill. It's just the nature of it, you know. If you're walking away from the sea, you're always walking uphill. That's the thing with the Canaries, you're always walking uphill. When you're walking away from the sea, you're always walking uphill. It's just the nature of the Canaries. I'd say the Canaries are a lot drier. Yeah, a lot drier. The Balearics are more humid. A lot greener as well. Whereas the Canaries are more dusty and... yeah, it's just the way they are. A drier heat. And more windy. But it's still nice, still lovely weather. Yeah. I like Tenerife. I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, it's not really classy. You get a lot of fat people going there in wheelchairs, and you just see wheelchairs all the time and all that. But no, there's some nice places. Costa Decky's alright. Yeah, I found that in Lanzarote. Always walking away from the sea was uphill. I love the breeze and the Canaries. Never sweated once, yeah. But oh my god, if you're in Ibiza or Mallorca or Minorca, yeah, it is very humid. Oh my god, especially Minorca. Minorca is very humid. Like you're eating your food and you're sweating, and there's more flies around and everything. Yeah, that's the thing with the Balearics. It's way more humid. It does actually feel hotter in the summer in the Balearics than it does in the summer in the Canaries, I'm going to be honest. But that's the thing with the Canaries. Tenerife is more busy in the winter than it is in the summer. It just is, but it's hotter in the summer there. But it's very hot when we went. Oh my god, it was very hot. Air conditioning, no. We just relied on ceiling fans, which are probably about 50 years old. Yeah, I mean, I've been to Lanzarote and Tenerife. I've never been to Fuerteventura. I've only Gran Canarias a bit. My nan said there's some weird people in Gran Canaria. Yeah.
Airbus 320, contact Canary Center.
I mean, that Puerto Rico place does look like a shithole, I'm going to be honest. I've never been, so...
Airbus Alpha Sierra
I just don't like the use of...
Center. Continue to 30.
See, Gran Canaria, they use a lot of LED lights around the place in Gran Canaria, which I think doesn't make it look very appealing. Like strip LED lights, it's just in the supermarkets and stuff, it's very... I just don't think it looks very good. Well, 413's probably landed. Oh, can I see... I can see Canary Islands. I see two mountains. Wonder which one's Tady. Look at those chems. Look at that. That's got to be the thumbnail. I booked a bee for this summer, but will return to the Canaries one day soon. I would have gone back to Lanzarote in a heartbeat, but my family wanted to go somewhere different. Yeah, Ibiza's nice. The only thing about Ibiza is, I think you got to pick the right resort when you go to Ibiza. Ibiza's quite a small island as well, so that's quite hard. But I think the north of Ibiza is quite nice, and Formentera. Is that Formentera is quite nice, but you got to take a boat to Formentera from Ibiza town. But we went to Playa d'Embossa, and yeah, it's very lively there. It is very lively. I've never been to San Antonio, but we went to Playa d'Embossa. Lovely beach, but it's very busy. I mean, I'm only 20. I've been quite a lot of places for 20. Not bad. Yeah, I think you got to. I think there's still some nice places in Ibiza, but yeah, just in the summer, it's. If you're gonna go to Playa d'Embossa, I don't think you're gonna get very good sleep. I don't think it's a family place. That's the thing. I'm not talking about Ibiza. I'm just talking about summer resorts. I don't think they're family orientated. People go there. Literally, one of the adverts for the Ushuaia is escape reality. You know, people are going there to get off their fucking brains. Seriously, people are going there to just lose it. You got to take that in mind. When we were going, Dad was saying you got to bear in mind people are going there to get absolutely. People are going there to go to Saturn. Just think of it like that. People have had enough of day-to-day life, worked all season. They just want to go and get absolutely tanked. And I was like, okay. Sitting there in the car at 3 in the morning, I was like, okay, I'm going to expect a lot of fun today. And yeah, it was great. Well, yeah, you get a lot of people there who want to be on camera. You know, I was watching back the footage when I was editing it. And I went to Ibiza with Jet 2. All these guys in the pool were like, hey, on the camera, and I didn't even notice. I was so busy worried about the security chucking me out. Well, we had to pay a day pass to get into the Ushuaia. We had to pay £60 to get in there to use the pool, sun lounges, to have our own security, well, secure our baggage and stuff, and to have a security guy stand in front of the door, and also unlimited food. So we're paying £60 for all that. Not bad, but quite dear. And also to use all the facilities around the Ushuaia, like the DJ. But yeah, unlimited food. Order as much as you want. So we just ordered pizza, chips, fruit, Coke, water, Coke, more pizza. Yeah, it was disgusting. And then I had an all-day breakfast on the flight back. Oh yeah. God. Absolute scally. It's very fun though. God, it's probably the funnest. I just wasn't expecting it to be that fun. I mean, Dad literally booked the night before we went because he was like, oh, I think I'll come with you. just for safety. It was just like, yes. It was very fun. I wasn't expecting it to be that fun. I was going there to do business, to do a trip report on a Jet 2 A330, and I just happened to book the flight back on a 757. I didn't know it was a 757, but yeah, it just happened to be a 757. But we ended up going here then. Yeah, I think I booked it late June or something. I seem to remember it. I just booked it and I thought, okay, I'll just go to Ibiza town. I landed, going to bed now. Okay, bye, Form 3. Right, we're going down. Whee! Is Josh O'Malley still here by any chance? Yeah, he's well ahead of me, Form 3, bloody hell.
Airbus 320, you are 2,200 feet below your assigned altitude.
I don't care.
Maintain flight level 380.
You know, we're going down. It's got this waypoint. Yeah, I think these simulator videos are doing well. I make them up. I do. I really make up the routes. It's just like, oh, I'll go in this video. I have to use my imagination a bit more, I think, in the future. Look at those stars. Huh. Yeah, the thing is, I think the reason why the sun's taking so long to set is because we're literally chasing the sun. You'll find us chasing the sun. Look at that! Yeah, we are literally chasing the sun. So that's why the sun's taking so long to set, I think. Jonathan said I'm doing some good routes. They're a bit wacky though, like LHR to Dublin on an A310. You know, it's a bit wacky, but I mean, I'm limited to fly the A320. I need to learn to fly the 737 because then I can do KLM with Amsterdam. So I need to like put in the time to learn other aircraft, to do other routes. Well, thankfully the A321 goes quite a lot of places, so. But with the same airlines.
Airbus 320, please expedite your climb. Flight level 380.
Yeah, thanks Jonathan for all the support. Landings are getting better all the time. We'll see how this one goes. I've got a feeling that I'm going to be a bit tired. I'm going to slam it, I think. Where's that? Is that Forza Ventura? Where's Lanzarote? Is that Lanzarote? No, that's Lanzarote, isn't it? I don't know which one's Lanzarote. Pressure's on the landing now, yeah. I think that's Lanzarote. If we chose to go to bloody Lanzarote, we would be there by now. From flying the 747-8 there, Jesus. That's where we are on the map. Yeah, we are. Look at that. Look at the sun. We're literally going the same direction as the sun. Tenerife is definitely a place I want to go to, and I quite fancy Costa Rica. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever been to the Gran Paella. That's a good restaurant. It's like the only place I go. I go there to get steak and chips, but I'm pretty sure you can get steak and chips at the airport. I mean, the Titsa buses are okay, but sometimes they can go tits up. No, they do. They stop everywhere. They stop at everywhere around Arona. Where do we stop? Las Americas. Where else did we stop? I've forgotten where we stopped now. I'm sure there's a bus route.
Airbus 320, please expedite your climb. Flight level 380.
Yeah, we stop at Los Cristianos first, and then we go to Arona, and then they Las Americas, and then we literally go to the bus station. I take the bus. I take the airport bus directly from the airport to Costa Rica. It's not that long. It takes about half an hour, but we don't always come. That's the issue. There's 767 down there. I'm sorry, no, that's 76 feet. Right. Where does it want me at? Can't even see that.
Airbus 320, please expedite your climb. Flight level 380.
We're going down. You have so many hotels though in Costa Rica. I mean, I want to stay at the either Tenerife Sol, which is right near the Veronicas, so I don't know about that, or the Reveron Plaza, but it's too far. That's in Los Cristianos, so that's really far away from everywhere I know. I mean, I've been to Los Cristianos once, but it's so far away, so I think I'll probably go for Tenerife Sol. Yeah, Tenerife Sol. I was gonna go for Jardin Tropical, but that's like 197 a night, bed and breakfast, and this Tenerife Sol is not as good, but it's still 4 stars and it still comes out as very outstanding. So yeah, and bed and breakfast. So yeah, it's got to pick what's right. Sometimes I'd love to stay at the Jardin Tropical. Maybe I could, but yeah, we're doing over Tenerife hotels, aren't I? The Grand Tenerife apparently is quite good as well, and the IBERIA Star. And 10 hotels or something like that. Got one in Tenerife, sorry, Lanzarote as well. And
Airbus 320, please expedite your
what's
climb.
it called? Flamingo Beach in Playa Blanca. We haven't got a tail light. How do we turn our tail light on? Logo light. Yay, there we go. It just says nav and logo lights. I thought it would be tail lights. Looks good though. Wing lights. Don't know where I'm on. Runway turn lights. No.
Airbus 320, please expedite your climb.
Shut
Flight
up.
level 380.
I can see the clouds. Right, there's another waypoint. Taking forever. Can we speed up a bit? Yeah, the autopilot's getting a bit jammed as well. Should be approaching a bit faster now.
Airbus 320, please expedite your climb. Flight level 380.
Yeah, so we're coming in on 07. The aircraft heading straight towards me. Okay. I didn't know it was going to take this long.
Please expedite your climb. Flight level 380.
Oh, when's the island going to show up? Got all the clouds and everything, but... taking forever? How long's it been? Yeah, we probably should have landed by now if we were on time. Now the clouds are in the way, I can't see. Okay. Gonna disengage autopilot just yet?
Airbus 320, please expedite your climb. Flight level 380.
Right. Yeah, I can see other islands. There's an aircraft coming straight towards us, or right over top of us actually. Let's see. Hello. What a colour that is, wow. It's like the Magnus. Like a royal purple. 747 that is. Oopsie, didn't mean to do that. Just a bit of turbulence. I mean, I can see some terrain coming up on the good old thingy. Yeah, I can. Yeah, just a bottom there, see some terrain. Boom.
Airbus 320, please
I think that's the north.
Flight level 380.
Was that the north? Okay, so where am I looking at? Well, I'm thinking I'm looking over there. What a dick. Oh no, that's the north. That's Porto de la Cruz, isn't it? That's Porto de la Cruz. I'm like a Tenerife nerd. Yeah, I should join the Knightsbridge and Knightstrider. Sorry, not Knight. I don't know where that came from, Knightsbridge. I really don't know. I'm sorry. I get his name wrong all the time. And Scotsman.
Airbus 320, please expedite your climb. Flight level 380.
I actually don't know what that is. Just trying to figure out where I am.
Airbus 320, please expedite your climb. Flight level 380.
I can't work out where that is. I think that's either the north or the south. Yeah, it wants me to expedite my climb. Alright, take it to 15. I'm just gonna keep following the waypoints. Some guy's descending like a brick there. What's going on?
Airbus 320, please expedite your climb. Flight level 380.
I can't actually work out where that is. Let's have a look on Google Maps. Okay, so I'll come with it. I think it's right here. I think it might be Gran Canaria. Las Palmas, yeah, I think it might be Gran Canaria. Because the place that got all volcanoed. Yeah, that's Las Palmas. All that light stuff, yeah. That's actually Gran Canaria. I didn't know that. Okay. Any people's ice space podcasts? I don't think my cat would like space. My cat doesn't even like the garden, so I don't think it likes space. Yeah, go on, use the garden now. Too old to use the garden, so it has to poo into a little litter tray. Yeah, lovely. Okay, so that's the north. So many bloody things in the way I can't even see. Okay, I think we are starting our descent slowly but surely. Probably going to come in too high, knowing me. Yeah. Right, so that's the north. Sorry, Porto de la Cruz is actually over there. Not over there, that's Gran Canaria. And La Gomera, or sorry, La Gomera is over there, way over there. So yeah, what's your favourite resort in Tenerife, guys? Probably Costa Adeje, let me guess. Or Portobello. I've never been to Portobello Cruise. I've never been to the north. Apparently the north's amazing. Even Adeje is good apparently with the garlic chicken and the wine they do. Pecky Mester. That's something else. That's oh my god. Okay, I'm going to turn on the seatbelt signs on now. And we are coming into descent. I'm just going to put them off a little bit. So we're on auto throttle, so turn our speed down first, because it's going to end up getting confused. We just won't know what we're doing. And we select the braking as well. So we're going down now, boys. Probably the world's slowest descent in the world. I think they have a usually come in on this route. They don't fly right over the north. They fly around it. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do it. Okay, I think we're gonna disengage the autopilot and just fly right over the north. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we're now flying manually. Just hit a tree at over 200 mile an hour in JFK. Oh, that's awful. Ignore the silly woman on ATC. We're gonna have to do like a whole thing around the island. Gonna have to zoom in a bit. Nice views. Yeah, we're landing at night. I think this is our first night landing. We'll keep it authentic. It's not usually this dark. I've been, I know. Okay, keep going down. The last thing I want to do is hit Tady. This landing's going to be interesting. That's what we do, we go over this way. We go all around the north and then we land at the south. I've seen it on flight radar.
Airbus 320, please expedite your climb, flight level 380.
See the map at the top right. We need to speed up a bit. Just turn the EPU. Ooh, look at that. You get some better views this way. My nan would be loving this. My nan's a geek on Tenerife as well. She'd be saying, "Oh, down there's there, and there's a great restaurant just down there." It's like there's fucking 500 restaurants down there. We've got a charity shop down there, you know. I'm like Garfield at Flight Simulator, aren't I? Arrived way behind time. Basically, we're just basically flying around the island and landing up at north. Looks like a huge, you know, like wood. It looks like a knot in the wood. Look at the island on here. There's a person down there, you know. Yeah.
Maintain 12,000 feet. Airbus 320 descend and maintain 8,500 feet.
I'm so eager to get to south. Ooh, look at all them. That's got to be the motorway.
Airbus 320 descend and maintain 9,100 feet.
Wants me to be 9,100. I think everything's set. Everything seems okay. Yeah, no issues. Maybe we can turn on some of these lights. There, the dome lights on. That's a bit heavy. Don't know, what do you guys think? A bit heavy? Yeah, it's too heavy.
Airbus 320, please expedite your descent 9,700 feet. Airbus 320, descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
It's quite cozy down here.
Airbus 320, descend and maintain 12,000
Shut up.
feet.
How do you see map on the game? You basically just go up there and select that. The little map button. I had to do that super quick, sorry.
Airbus 320, descend and maintain 11,000 feet.
Trying to find that damn light button. Right, still flying over. There's Tady. Tidy. However you bloody pronounce it. However stupid you are.
Descend and maintain 10,000 feet.
Don't know what's happened there.
Airbus 320, descend.
Instead of selecting all my lights, I think I need to focus on bloody flying the thing.
Airbus 320, descend and maintain 8,800 feet.
Total brightness. Rudder trim.
Airbus 320, descend and maintain 8,200 feet.
What did that do? Ooh, it's all interesting now.
Airbus 320, descend and maintain 7,600 feet.
There we go. That's alright. That's appropriate night stuff. I'm still wondering why the plane calls it pilot a retard when it lands. I think it's. I have not a clue, but I'm sure Airbus have a lot of explanations.
0, descend and maintain 7,000 feet.
Right, there's my favourite place over there, Costradecchi. I fly to Tenerife for one day, get steak and chips, and then fly back the same day. Just go to Tenerife for steak and chips. 8 hours in the air, steak and chips. Then head home. I am mental. Yeah, that's La Gomera. La Gomera, however you say it, however stupid you are. I'm just going to put these flaps up there. Watch out for the mountains. Right, okay, I think they're a bit distracting actually. And they're down. How bright does this damn thing go? Look at that! Okay, I was going to turn them all off. So I thought it was going to be darker as we approached, but no, sorry, I think I just misinterpreted. Yeah, okay. That was my bad, sorry. I thought it was going to be darker than it was. It seems to be quite bright. I was just thinking for the video, but looks like everyone can still see. I just hate dark videos, sorry. It's like medium braking on. Wee-hee! Come on, Teddy.
Airbus 320, please expedite your descent 7,000 feet.
I think this is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, I've got some business cards to make, guys, with barcodes on. I've already got some, but they're out of date. 2 years out of date, actually. If anything, we've got SL Aviation all over it, which is the channel I haven't published on for over a year, so... Is that Costradecchi? No, that's... Alcala? Porto del Santiago? Never heard of it. The golf course down there. Come on, Garfield.
Airbus 320, contact approach on 127.7. Good day. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20, approach altimeter 30.12, continue to Tango Foxtrot Sierra as planned.
Oh, the throttle should be
Airbus
off.
320, contact Canary Center on 119.3. Good day. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray 320 Canaries, center altimeter 30.12, continue to Tango Foxtrot Sierra as planned.
We're going down, boys.
Airbus 320, contact
Yeah, that's Costradecchi down there, guys.
7. Good day. Airbus Alpha Sierra X-ray tree 20, approach altimeter 30.
Giving it all this.
Foxtrot Sierra as planned.
Confound this bloody overspeed. That's the next waypoint. My God. That's saying overspeed, doesn't he? He will stop eventually. You finished saying overspeed yet? He gets paid £10 every time he says overspeed. There we go. Oops. Christ. There we go. We're coming down. And I can see the runway. What do you think of that, Jonathan? That wasn't too bad, was it? Okay, the audios are good. Oh, good. I'm dying for a wee, I tell you what. It's like I'm sitting on the bloody controls. There's having someone on the runway. I need to get off the runway. Yeah, I've never taken EasyJet to the to Tenerife actually. I've flown them back from Lanzarote, but never from Tenerife. Just throw that in there. Oopsie. The phone's in a certain place where I can't see my altitude, which is bad. Don't stall it.
2,500.
Here we are, we're coming in. Wasn't so bad, was it? Alright, approach. I'd say this is about right actually. This is how low they come in. It is quite seat of your pants when you come into Tenerife. It is quite scary. Especially with the wind blowing and everything. A windy day. So yeah, next flight sim's Wednesday, guys. Wednesdays, Sundays.
500. 400. 300.
Hmm.
100.
Let's see if we can flare this properly.
50, 40, 30, 20.
No,
Recline.
no. Oh, bit of a bounce. Knew it was going to be hard. That was alright. It wasn't too bad. At least we got down. Alright, that, yeah. Bit of a bang, but I need to work on my flaring. I seriously do. Bit of side wind. Flaps up, yeah. Hang on, where am I going? I've just totally missed the airport. I'm gonna have to do 180 here. Where am I thinking? I'm thinking Lanzarote, aren't I? What happened to my revs there? I reckon. I'm gonna have to do 180 here. Yeah, I'm thinking Lanzarote, okay. Because the Lanzarote is right at the end of the left, but Tenerife's more in the centre of the airport. Dickhead. Bloody dickhead. Look at that. Passengers are like, where are we going? I bet we wouldn't even notice. That delirious, some people. I mean, we were coming into Tenerife on a holiday. Some woman said, have we landed yet? And we 2 minutes from landing. Still in the air. Unbelievable. Okay. My phone's screwing up again. It's a die phone, not an iPhone. It's a die phone. Does he always die on you? Right, where am I going to park? Okay, I think I'm going to go for that gate right there. This one, isn't it? Yeah. That's good turning, that's good handling. Yeah, that's where I stream when I get to Lanzarote. Sorry, Tenerife, guys, that's where I stream, just up there, I think. Is it opposite there? I don't know. Hello. This is where the 767 parks. And the 75. That's it. And we're here. Right, just so I can see everything, I just need to turn off all the stuff. And we're good. All that's off. Oh, listen to the new fan. Sounds brilliant. That's it. We're done. Advancing our throttle. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Yeah, you can select them individually as well. Which obviously select that one. See how that one's open. Bring them both down to 0. And our trim wheels. Whee! Whee! Oh my god. I'm like a roller coaster. Oh my god. Yeah, so I think we're done. Thanks for watching, guys. So need to turn off the batteries. And we're done. Cold and dark. So thanks for watching. I'm just going to save it because I can. Oh shit, nope. Yeah, the last flight was Dublin, wasn't it? Hang on. CFS. If you're joining here, I've saved. I just save it because I can. Done. Ooh, what a day. So yeah, decent stream. Catch you in the next one. Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Not too bad. I don't know what the next one will be. Someone said Milan, didn't they? Yeah, or maybe Paris, maybe Manchester to Paris, something like that. Because that's that. I think no, Air France use A320s, don't they? Sorry, A319. So yeah, I think we've got an Air France livery. I'm not sure, but it's mainly the I can fly the A310, the Cessna, the Beechcraft, and the A320neo. They're the aircraft I can fly. So I don't think I'm doing gliders. I think I'd lose the world to live with gliders. I don't think I'm that cool to wear a cap like that guy. No. I don't know, me, I'd probably have a cap around my bloody eyes if I was out on a glider. Don't even want to look at it. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye.